Hey, barbecue family.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
It felt like we were waving for like 18 years there for some
There's
reason.
always like a little bit of a delay for some reason. So yeah, we are just going.
We're like, now? No. Now? No.
Happy Thursday,
Hey, guys.
everybody.
How's everybody doing? So glad to be with you guys today. We're in the barbecue bunker, and good thing because it is freezing outside.
And snowing.
I call this snot freezing cold. You know what I mean by
Like
that.
the crunchy snot.
The you get
Like
outside.
you breathe in and then
Yes.
you're breathing in like icicles.
There's no way to not get your snot frozen when you go outside when it's this cold.
Yeah, it's chilly. I'm so glad that we're down here in the barbecue bunker. So happy. We already got Fritz Frank in the house. We got Hot Tommy, Evil Llama, James Bearden.
We've got Barbecue Mama hanging out in the chat. We've got Jay. Hopefully Evil Llama's going to be over on TikTok when we start TikTok because that's the Wild West over there.
It is, guys. I don't even want. I'm glad that that shot's not near me because I don't know how you look at the comments sometimes.
It's like Rude City over there, and then I look over and Evil Llama's like, block this person, block that person. I'm like,
we're constantly getting called single mommies. I'm like, is that good or bad? And we're not either of those.
No,
so.
I know, I don't get it. That's supposed to be an insult now.
I'm gonna take it as
know.
good. Let's just put a good spin on it, a positive spin on it.
I think it's fine.
We got the pickled Canadian in the house. She's saying Happy New Year, ladies.
Hey.
I think you can do the New Year until Feb. I like it. I'm accepting Happy New Year still.
I think it's over, but I'll still take it.
Look,
it's a nice gesture.
Yes, I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful that you guys are all here today on this nice Thursday. Even though we've been doing the show now on Thursdays for a while, I still have to like check myself to be like, what day is it here?
Yeah, we're going to try to switch it back eventually to Friday if we can get back to Fridays because that just has a completely different vibe. Then it's really cheers to the weekend.
Yeah, like this is technically Friday Eve, which like that's fine, but Friday does have a completely different vibe.
I wake up tomorrow and I never know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm like, is it Saturday? Because we've done it on Friday for so long. I never have any clue. Yeah, HT, this is not on purpose. I don't know why we are always like wearing the same thing.
Yeah, what the heck?
I don't get it. So glad to be with you guys today. We're going to have a lot of fun. We got a fantastic recipe lined up for you guys.
This is a good one.
Very easy to make. We're still kind of on appetizers because the holidays are over, but like this could be like an appetizer.
Well, it's game day. Now
here we go. Now it's game day.
We're all about game day. The Super Bowl's coming up, so these are perfect for Super Bowl. But guys, before we even go on, we got to talk about first on the grill this week. He snuck in there. He beat out our buddy Bat 13. Let's give it up for Paul.
Paul is out for blood.
He is.
Oh my good heavens.
It was 6:24. The show got posted, and it was literally by the time it takes me to put it up and then get over to see who got it, Bat and Paul were neck and neck, but Paul won.
And Paul is in Australia, so he gets it and then goes to bed.
Yes.
He signs in.
He gets it. He's like, night, night.
He's
everybody.
like, I did it.
Yeah.
Screw you, Bat. And then he just gets off.
Jay's throwing out a go Bills. Yes, that's also for Barbecue Pops. Wendy saying go Lions. Everyone's excited that, yes, it is football season. Football playoffs are in the swing. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure the Bills have like a massive game this weekend.
Do they?
People are thinking like, what's going to happen? So fingers crossed, guys, because we're Bills fans in this house.
I'm just glad we're not doing a media tour this year because then I don't have to memorize the teams that are playing because I never have any clue.
And buy gear that's not like our team.
No,
like,
exactly.
We have, like 49ers. Who was in Temp? Who was in the playoffs last year? I don't even remember the Super Bowl.
Kansas City and Philadelphia.
We bought the hats. I remember because I was like, when am I ever going to wear this again?
We had to get Kansas City stuff, and as Bills fans, we don't like Kansas City. Okay, so the fact that we own that stuff, not cool. Yeah. Not cool.
No. Hi, Maddie.
We have Jordan in the house. Hi, Jordan. Nice to see you guys. We got to get the show kicked off because we have a legend in the house. He's technically not in the house with us today.
I'm trying not to even look at him in the green room because I can't even believe he's over there.
I'm like, why did the degrees just go right up in here?
I'm like, woohoo! Me too. I'm like, good thing I took my sweater off.
You're making me blush for
Stop talking about it.
Okay. Oh my goodness gracious.
We're warmed up for the dance. Are you ready?
I'm ready, honey. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you guys ready?
It's Thursday. Here
Let's
we go.
do this.
Thursday. Yes, it's Thursday. And I'm so sweaty already.
Oh my goodness, guys. We're hot because we have a very, very special guest with us here today. He is a legendary Canadian radio and television broadcaster. He hosted Good Rockin' Tonight from 86 to 93. So if some people are like, that rings a bell. Yeah, guys, we have the host of that gig in the house with us tonight. He currently hosts the Stu Jeffries morning show on Boom 97.3. If you are not listening to Boom 97.3 like constantly, what are you thinking here?
I get so mad whenever my partner gets in my vehicle and changes it. I'm like, I get back in and I'm like, what's happening here? Get it back on Boom.
Okay, but what does he have it on?
KX96.
Yeah, bye-bye.
And then that's
Bye-bye.
fine.
I like KX too,
but
but
it's like
it ain't Boom.
No,
It
it's
ain't
not the
Boom.
same.
Okay, guys, let's welcome our guest to the show, Mr. Stu Jeffries.
Hey everybody. You guys have got to be like, if you have the time, start up a fan club for me, because you were like that's probably, you've made my year, and it's just January 16th already. So thank you so much.
Oh
And
goodness.
it's awesome being on the show with you too. For those that don't know, and if I may, I've been following Maddie and Kiki for a long, long time, and have watched them grind it out and watch them try and, like, I remember watching you trying to get a studio built and then having it shut down. It's like, no, it's not stopping us. I remember watching you on the street wanting to give away free food to people, and they were treating you like garbage. It's like, and I remember, and you just, like, every single time you've done something, especially in the early days, you came out of it with a smile, and it's like, nothing's going to stop me. And I admire that kind of tenacity. That's my kind of people, and I'm a huge fan of yours. So it's a pleasure and an honor to be on your show.
Okay, I
Thank
feel like
you
there's
so
like
much,
little hearts
Stu.
just
I
fluttering out of us
know.
right now. That's so nice to hear that, Stu, and that is bringing back some memories.
I was just thinking about when we used to give away the chickens, and I'm like, first of all, whose idea was that, and why did we think that that was going to be well received? Like,
yeah, but that was, even though it was so terrifying in the moment. So for anyone that doesn't know, we used to hit the streets of Durham region and give out 3 raw chickens to people on the street. And
That was a
for
hard
some reason,
sell.
we were like, this is going to be awesome. Who's not going to want a raw chicken?
Yep.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
we were so naive. People were so skeptical. Like, we were like, what's the catch? We were like, just try to give away these chickens, and
I
it
know.
was difficult.
I hope that you have footage of that you can look back on, because I remember the reaction of people. Like, first of all, your reaction to their reaction is my favorite. It's like, what's the matter with you? Like, it's free chicken. Like, what are we talking about here? And then I remember you were doing, I didn't see you there, but I think you were on the Danforth a couple of years ago
Yep.
for a taste of the Danforth, or whatever the occasion was. And
Yep.
I remember you guys worked your butts off. The hours there were insane. And I remember when you came back in your first show back, where you said, we were just a little surprised at how rude people were when we were like, and everybody like us were working our butts off and offering free food or whatever, and offering you to sample in a light conversation, and people were just so rude. And I thought, it's not naive, it's the way it is. And even you just mentioned on TikTok, where you're almost afraid to go over there for the comments. Me on the daily happens to me all the time. You look at your text and you're going, what did I say and what did I do to get this kind of garbage? But the best part of you two is that you just, like, whatever. It's like, we are going to remain positive and nothing's going to rain on our parade. And I dig that so much. And I love this vibe and what you're doing in your studio, and just seeing you grow to where you are now, and know that, like, the sky is the freaking limit. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's so good. Anyway, enough already about this, but I love you madly, and I'm so glad to see you doing well.
Well, Stu, thank you so much. And you're right. I don't know why, but for some reason, it seems like the more positive you are, because you are super positive too. You have a segment on your show.
Yeah.
Tell me something good. And so it's like the positivity sometimes is like a target.
It
I don't know
angers
why.
people.
Yeah, it angers people. It
They're like,
riles people.
I don't want to hear something good. I feel
Yeah.
bad. I
Yeah.
don't get it.
So, but
And
we just
when we first started that feature, what was funny, the very first story, I can't remember what the story was, just a feel-good story. The very first text I got was, this story was out of Texas. So the very first text I got was somebody saying, there's lots of good local stories too. What's the matter with you? And I thought, even a feature like Tell Me Something Good will bring in a negative text. And I'm like, that's where we're at right now. But all you can do is just go, whatever, and keep
Come
moving.
on,
man.
people. Be nice,
Yeah.
everybody. My
I know.
goodness gracious.
I know. It doesn't cost anything and it's super easy.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
that's why we're all just going to keep the positive vibes flowing no matter what.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Thank you so much for joining us, Stu, for our Ravenous Rewind segment. We've got a very good question coming at you.
Yep.
Okay.
Just nudge over a touch.
Oh, there we
way.
go.
Yeah. I'm like, which way is this? So, Stu, the question today we would like to ask you is, were you ever allowed to request items to be added to the family grocery list? And if so, if you were allowed, because sometimes we all weren't allowed, what
Right.
was your favorite item to add?
Okay, so I will say I came from a family of four. My sister no longer with us now, but we had quite the battle going, and I was the middle kid. So we had my older brother. I was 3 years younger than him. I was 1 year younger than my sister. There's me, and then my little brother, 3 years younger than I. So I got right smack dab in the middle. And as a middle child, and middle childs everywhere that are tuning in right now, I know you can relate to this. You are neither here nor there. You're either invisible or you're completely responsible for the problem, even though you had absolutely nothing to do with it. That is the middle child, and you had to battle for attention room, and in whatever way you could possibly do that. And sometimes that would mean trade-offs. I would rarely get a chance to pick, and we would go by the week. So my older brother first, then me, or my sister, then me, then my little brother. We got to request something from the grocery list. But inevitably, when it ever came down to me, my older brother would bargain for something. He would say, look, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a quarter and I won't tell mom what you did, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, okay, so I lose my
Uh-oh. Oh, did we lose Stu?
No. What's
Right in the
happening?
middle of it too.
I know. Oh my goodness.
We didn't get to hear what he added.
I don't know if that's on us or if it's just maybe Stu is having technical issues. Guys, can we go back to the comments? Can you guys let us know if you can still see us? Because my goodness, we were all ears.
Oh. Okay, HT. Okay, so apparently he did drop off. Okay. Hopefully we can get him back. If not, we're gonna.
Back, I'll
Okay.
tell you.
Okay. Oh no, my goodness.
Oh.
It was just getting juicy.
Oh.
We were getting down to the answer here.
Okay, so maybe that was on his end then. Okay, so maybe he's rebooting. He's gonna come back.
All right, guys, I'm gonna take the cans off for a second. If Stu pops back in, we're ready to hear his answer. Okay.
Okay.
We got to go on with the show for now. I think he's off, so
Okay.
I think he's gonna try and get back in.
And if he can't, that's all right. We can always have him on another time because I love Stu Jeffries. If you guys didn't get a taste of how he is
he not the sweetest, guys? He and I know Hot Tommy as well. The positive people are like drawn to one another.
Yes.
And so like we instantly. We listen to him all the time on Boom 97.3, and like you can just get a sense of his sweetness through the.
Oh, there he is! We got him!
Okay. Oh,
yes, we got him again.
So whereabouts did we leave off there?
Okay, so you said your older brother bargains. He tries to give you money to get your spot in the grocery list.
Right. Okay. And then inevitably I'd take the deal because, a quarter's a quarter and that could go a long way, whatever. He would never come across with the money. It was always one of those things, well, I'll get you as soon as I get my paper route money or whatever. And it never happened. And then, so I coughed up my bargaining position, and it was, for me, we got to request cereal. It was always our favorite cereal. And for me, it was Fruit Loops. And my mother really had a hard time buying them because the box was so small and they were so expensive, right? It was always go for the puffed wheat, the gigantic bag of puffed wheat, or bigger boxes. So not only did I lose my bargaining chip, I lose the box of Fruit Loops. My brother would get the Fruit Loops instead, not only get the prize inside, but also at least half the box before it came to me.
No!
So those are my vivid memories of requesting grocery items. But I do remember enjoying when I got a little bit older, and I seemed to be around the house a lot, particularly on the weekends where my other siblings weren't, and I really actually enjoyed going grocery shopping with my mom. And when it was just her and I, then it was sort of like, yeah, we don't do this cereal a week thing, but all bets were off. I was like, I want this, I want this, I want that. So I got to make up for that middle child loss.
Oh, I love that.
Is so sweet.
You're like, look at what a little angel I I am, Mom. I'll be good. I'll push the cart. Buy me this, but buy me Little Debbie. Buy me all this.
Exactly. And you know what? I didn't. I think I still carry that middle child badge with me, and wear it like a bit of a victim sometimes. Because anybody that's out there that's a middle child knows it's a rough road when you're young.
Oh.
Trying to find your identity and trying to find your place. And that's probably why I had such a fascination with radio at such a young age. I think I love the idea of having, your own microphone and maybe being heard a little bit louder than everybody else. So there's probably some psychology involved to that.
I think that makes sense. And like sibling order is something that you take with you forever. Like
Yes.
obviously it's like from when we're born, but it's something you never really quite give up and get over.
Well, I'm grateful
And I'm
for
the
it.
oldest here, so I can speak to that.
I'm grateful for it with you, Stu, though, because if you weren't doing what you were doing, like you've touched so many lives doing what you do.
Oh, thank you. It's like it's an unbelievable blessing, and it is. I'm going into my, oh God, I think it's probably my 47th year now or 48th year in broadcasting in radio, and I've had the pleasure of doing television for a while, and that was fun and great, and I was at a perfect age for it, nice and young and dumb, and just being able to enjoy all that brought. But there's no better. I fear for the industry sometimes, because it's changed a lot, and the sort of personality aspect of it can be in trouble sometimes, and I worry about it. But on the other hand, I'm so grateful every day that I get to do this and that people want to hear it, and it's like, and been your motto since you started this, is why do we do a job that we hate? It doesn't make any sense. Do a job, and if along the way you maybe change somebody's outlook for the day, which I find is just like oh my God, it's the bonus when somebody says, I heard you say something, and you know what this is like. You get that text or you get that note that said, I saw when you did this and it changed my outlook for the day, or it made me laugh, or it made me cry, or whatever. You were responsible for that, and that's powerful, and that's also so good. And to be able to spread that, and to spread positivity in an era that's not very positive, is a tough job. But it's also pretty cool when people say, yeah, you know what, I heard what you said and it changed the way I thought about this or that, or it just changed the way I thought about my own life. And that's, I mean, what's wrong with that? Like nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's needed now more than ever. And people have been saying like radio's gonna be dead, TV's gonna be dead. They've been saying that for years, and it ain't going anywhere.
I love listening to you, Stu. Sometimes even just when you're making fun of yourself, like if you screw up slightly and then you just make fun of yourself, I'm constantly dying in the car, being like
literally laughing out
yes,
loud.
it's so true. You're phenomenal.
I get a lot of comments on whenever I say in my defense I'm an idiot, but it's actually true. So I do, and also, people will call you on your mistakes, and now everybody has access to you like they've never had before, right? Like you could get a comment from somebody that you don't know, that could be halfway around the world, in the dark basement in their underwear, insulting you for some reason, right? And you're like, what the people that have that access, and it can go both. It can turn you inside out, or you can make a positive out of it. And believe me, I'm the first one to make fun of myself. I'm like, there are times when I think I have no business doing what I'm doing. So, I enjoy that immensely.
All right, Stu. Well, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. I wish we didn't have to cook today. We could just continue talking to you forever.
But Stu, keep doing what you do, because like you said, even if you can say that you've made one person's day, which I'm sure it's tons and tons more than that, it's all worth it.
Thank you. And I would say the exact same thing back to you two. Please keep doing what you're doing. I try and check in every week just to make sure things are okay and see what's on the grill. Can't wait to see what you've got today. It's the Bills and the Ravens this weekend. Last year it was the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs, and nobody likes the Kansas City Chiefs, so I'm with you on that one.
Yeah,
I'm kind of go Bills, but whatever. But I can't wait to see what you've got on the grill, and mad love to you both. Okay, have a great day.
Thank you so much, Stu.
Have a nice day.
Thanks. To
Take
see you.
care. Bye-bye.
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 Oh.
Oh my goodness, guys. What can we say after that?
I love that
Seriously.
man. Oh my good heavens. Is
That
he not
man
the
is-
sweetest?
You get what you get with him.
Yes.
That ain't a facade, guys.
No.
We've talked about Stu Jeffries a million times on this show.
Sometimes slightly inappropriately.
Slightly, buddy. Slightly.
My mom's always like, guys,
places that are not good right now. But
that just goes to show you too, though. Age is just a number.
yes.
He's in his 60s, and I would never in a million years guess that.
Yep, agreed. Age is just a number, and
I feel like you radiate outward how you feel on the inside.
Yeah.
And I feel like it really depends on how you, like, you're as young as you feel. That's how I feel.
he's just a straight up stand up guy.
He is.
He is.
He does such great work. I love listening to his morning show.
Look, even all the international barbecue family, HT saying, "What a nice guy." Jay Booth, really nice man. Guys, he is a sweetheart. We only have sweethearts on this show. Okay, that's all I have time for.
Oh, me too.
We don't have people that aren't good on this show.
All right, listen, guys, we got to get cooking.
We got to get cooking, unfortunately, because I could have just listened to Stu for the rest of the show.
I don't want to get cooking
Me
now.
neither.
I'm hot and bothered.
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious.
Let's
Stu,
make
why
some
did we
pizza
wear
rolls.
the sweater today? My
I don't
goodness
know.
gracious. But guys, yes, we are so excited that you guys are here because even though we could have listened to Stu for so much longer, we got a really good recipe coming at you guys. We're making cheddar bacon mushroom rolls. Okay,
Hi,
so if
Dan.
anyone
Hi,
is looking
Darren.
for a recipe that they want to make for this Sunday for football or for the big game for Super Bowl,
Yep.
make these because they are my favorite things. They're easy, they're simple, they're inexpensive. So
Yeah.
sorry, 3 things.
Yeah.
Okay?
And you can get the full recipe. It's already available on maddieandkiki.com if you wanted to make these as well.
You got that right. And if anyone has ever wondered, that picture there that was just put up by the tent, that picture there on the end, that is real laughter, real smiles, because someone may have just nurpled someone else in that.
Can we guess who? Who nurpled who?
Who is the nurple queen between the two of us?
Yeah, because we were getting our professional headshots done.
That's a true story, everybody.
Yeah, we were getting our professional headshots done, and the woman who does them is phenomenal.
Fantastic.
She was like, okay, so let's just have some like natural banter. Like, let's get you guys like laughing at something. But how do you laugh on command? So of course,
It's very hard to laugh on command.
I gave
naturally.
it a honk 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 on
Yeah.
the nurple.
I was shocked, in pain, and dying at my little sister. Now, guys, we have Marianne in the house. Marianne, hello, nice to see you. We have S&S Grills. Is that Jabin? Jabin, nice to see you as well.
Hey, Jay,
We're happy that you guys are here. Guys, we
Okay.
have our dough that is ready to rock here. Look at how nice that looks. Look at, ooh, that's squishy. That is squishy. So I'm just going to plop her right out here.
Did you make that this morning?
I made that this morning, nice and fresh. Look at how nice and like pliable that is.
Oh, that looks really good, honey.
So guys, what we're going to do is start just pushing this out into a rectangle. Now look at that dough. I'm sorry. That's a good dough.
It's light, it's pillowy, it's fluffy. What else can you say about a pizza
Yeah,
dough?
like, look
You
at
don't
it.
have to toss it into the air if you don't want to.
No, you don't.
Let gravity take its course. Hold
Yeah.
it from one end, it oozes down. You don't have to throw it up into the air. I'm going to get started grating our cheese. I don't know why Flirty Murdy gave me this job because I always grate my hand.
Yep. Key,
I'm
you
gonna try-
really gotta. I already gave her the warning, guys. I don't know why I put her on grading because she can't be trusted, but she's gonna go nice and slow.
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna go nice and slow. We're not in a race here.
I actually grated part of my thumb off just the other day.
Now I want to hear, and buddy, please.
Sorry, I know.
I want to hear in the comments who makes their own pizza doughs, because if you don't need to be like, oh, well, I'm out then. I don't want to make my own pizza dough, which if you do want to make your own pizza dough, it's also on maddieandkiki.com. But if you don't want to, you could do this with the store-bought pizza dough as well.
Mhm.
It's not going to be as good because obviously homemade is way better, but that's perfectly fine.
Now, would you guys believe that Mad got up extra early this morning to make me my own vegan version of this recipe?
Well, I still got up at the exact same time, a good 5 a.m., but I hustled earlier than I would have.
Just to make me ones that I could enjoy for lunch as well with everybody else.
Yeah.
Is
I
that
will
not
show-
adorable?
As Key goes, because I basically am at a standstill with
I'm-
the items.
I'm coming.
Because we got, no, don't rush, honey. Do not
Ow.
rush. Because look at how quick that was. Look at how quick. That's when you know the dough has taken enough time to rise. When it doesn't spring back, that ain't ready yet.
No.
Okay, but that actually is really quick.
Yeah. I tried to go quick because I know I'm stopping you here.
We have somebody named Wellness by is it Kaya or Kaya? Either way, gorgeous name. They're saying, I love these two.
Want me to put this on here?
I will. Honey.
Okay.
I will. Can you get it a little bit closer?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Thank you for joining us and thank you for the love. Guys, as you know, anyone that's been tuning into the show since the beginning, which apparently that is Stu Jeffries. My goodness, that he brought us back right to the beginning.
Can we just breeze past that because I can't even handle the thought of that.
I know, but if you guys have been watching us from the beginning, we are all about spreading the love, spreading the kindness, being nice, and that's what we're all about here. And we know that you guys are too. That's why you come here.
Okay, Wendy is saying, nope, it's actually one thing I suck at, and I can freely admit it. Same with pie crust. I will buy store-bought. Wendy, there's nothing wrong with that.
Wendy, I have to say, a pie crust is my friend. Okay, I do them sometimes, but I find they're not as forgiving as a pizza dough. Like sometimes you really gotta get the rolling pin out, roll it out. It's like cracking and crusting, and you got to transfer it to the pie pan. This is so easy. This is way easier.
Yeah, I'm not a big pie.
Wendy, I'm with you on the pie.
I feel like pizza is way easier than pie, but that's just me.
Pause for 1 second. James is asking, is Stu's show on the internet? James, Stu's morning show, you can access it on the internet. I'm pretty sure there's different radio apps that you can use. I think there's like a Radio Player Canada app that you can use and you can listen in. His show is, I think, from 6 a.m. to around 9:45 when May Potts steps in, which we also love. May Potts. We should have May Potts on the show.
Yeah, we should.
She's fantastic too. All the people at Boom are amazing.
Yes. Yeah, we definitely should have her on. A few years ago, actually, before the pandemic, Matt and I did this Boom. I don't think that they still do it, but Boom used to do these like backyard
fun.
Yeah, they used to do these like big backyard like bashes where they would run a contest. Okay, Eva Llama's over on TikTok. Thank God, Eva Llama.
Hi, Eva Llama.
Make sure you're holding down the fort over there.
do your duty over there, buddy. We're grateful for you.
Okay, I'm just gonna chop up our bacon. So what they used to do is people would have a contest, and then I forget what they were called. That's so weird that I forget what they were called.
Not like Rock the Block, but it was something about like the radio station would go to someone's house in a neighborhood and like basically provide the entertainment, so they'd be like live to air from the person's house.
Yeah.
They hired caterers. Kiki, that's where Kiki and I stepped in. And
I don't even remember what we made.
We brought our two Weber kettles, our two Spring Green Weber kettles, and we made, I forget what we made.
I think we made a sausage of some kind.
And wings one time.
Yeah. But anyway, they would play music. Hi, C-Mac.
Hey, C-Mac.
They would play music so loud. Like it was a party. So
it was so loud.
Want me to put this on?
Fun. No, just go. Okay. Just put it off to the side, and I will get it after, honey. And as Key's doing that, guys, I'm gonna put on some of these. If you can see these up close, these are canned mushrooms. I don't want to hear a word out of you, okay? Because I've never met a mushroom I don't like. I love all mushrooms. Why are we making faces?
Because that's not really a mushroom. That's a waterlogged piece of garbage.
No, it's not. I absolutely love these.
All the flavors gone down the drain that you rinsed out from the can.
Do they taste a lot like mushrooms? No, they don't, but they are great texture. And they're also easy on the old pocketbook too. So we're just going to put some of those on there. If you would prefer fresh mushrooms, what I would rather do with this is actually like cook them, then put them in, because mushrooms give off a lot of water if they're not cooked. Yeah. Now back to Key's story.
Okay. Also, side note, perfectly cooked bacon.
Thank you.
Nice and flat. Great job.
I love a flat cooked bacon.
CJ's asking, can we use garlic? CJ, yeah, she's got it out. I'm doing a garlic butter.
It's coming, CJ. CJ, hello. We're happy that you're here.
Okay, so anyway, so back to this party. So we did a thing with Boom, and unfortunately, Stu Jeffries wasn't there that night. But
yeah, that's why we actually have never met Stu Jeffries in real life, even though it feels like we have.
That's where we met May Potts, though.
That's where we met May Potts. We met KJ. Because we did two events. One was hosted by May Potts and one was hosted by KJ, the DJ.
Yeah. So anyway, they played music like super, super loud. And it was awesome. It was like Boom plays the best. They play the best music ever. It's like 70s, 80s, 90s. So it's like that's my sweet spot. Mm-hmm. That's the music I love. So
Amen,
they were
sister.
playing such great tunes, super loud. We were just like making food, grooving in this person's backyard, having so much fun. So the night ends, Maddie and I go to leave, and this like angry lady comes out of nowhere and is like to me and Maddie. We were like, oh, and she's like,
Key and I were loading up, exhausted after the day, and like just grooving our way out to the car.
and this lady's like, what's going on here? And we're like, oh, it's just a backyard party. And Maddie's like, oh, I think it's like a contest kind of thing. And the lady goes, well, this is like a neighborhood kind of thing.
I was like, and she's like, you might want to tell them to turn it down. I was like, we're just the caterers. I'm sorry.
Like, why are you getting mad at us?
It was so loud, but guys, I'm
There
sorry.
was also a Saturday night. Like,
it was summertime. It was Saturday night, and it was, if that's not grounds for the loudest music possible on a summer's night in the in the summer.
yeah,
like
we
on
were
the
like,
weekends.
cool it, lady.
Yeah, like it was so much fun, and one of the most memorable moments of us when we first just quit our jobs.
Yeah, that was a
We're
lot of
doing
fun.
Now I'm gonna try and get some of this bacon.
I'm having a hard time crunching through it because it's
Okay,
so
that's
crunchy.
actually good, honey, because I think that that's more than what I normally do for this. So that's good. Guys, the key to these is to not overload. And you know who I'm speaking to on that?
Yourself.
You got that right. You got that right. Because
I'm glad you realize it.
I say it and then don't take my own advice.
That's why you hate making spring rolls.
Oh,
Nada's always like talking about how much she hates making spring rolls. I'm like,
Yes.
it's because you don't know how little to put in.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
your
I gotta
problem.
wash up
Okay.
before I cut this, but yeah, that is 100% accurate.
Okay, Jay is saying, I know it's been a while, but still doing the dip dive. Jay, you know how we do around here. We still do the dip dive, but now it's not called the big bowl of questions. It's called the bread box of questions. So
We still dip dive in there.
we still do dip dive. So Flirty Marty can hit us with one of those when she comes back. I'm just going to add the rest of this.
To right now?
If you want.
Okay, I just said don't okay.
It's only a tiny bit. We're not going to waste that.
True, actually. Okay. Well, if it's overloaded, I'm blaming you.
Okay, and I got to get on our garlic butter.
Okay, I'll go for the bread box of questions. Jay, we haven't seen you in a while, and we're grateful that you're back.
Yeah.
Now, what are we pulling from the bread box of questions? If anyone wants to send us questions to that, send a direct message, and we will screen them and put them in. Okay, guys, the question today is, what is something that has become so expensive it's no longer worth it?
Oh, good one. Yeah, HT, I'm glad you're realizing what's happening here.
What is
Dawn,
something?
wait, our friend Dawn over on TikTok knows what's up. They're saying never too much bacon. Yep, see?
Dawn knows what's up. That's
Okay.
true, guys. That is true. Guys, the question I will repeat is, what is something that has become so expensive it's no longer worth it? The Noomies Maniac is in the house. We're glad that you're here, buddy. He's saying I didn't miss the show. We're happy that you're here. All right, guys.
Wendy's got a good
hear.
one.
Ooh, Wendy. Yes.
Wendy's saying cable. I just stream now. Yeah, Wendy, me too. I don't have cable. And I don't miss it. I never once have missed it.
That's a good one.
I've never once thought, I really wish I could like flip through endless channels that nothing's on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna make a garlic butter to go on top of these.
Yep.
I'm just gonna
Yep,
turn.
you
Can I turn
will.
you down?
Yeah, actually turn this down. Guys,
It's
I just have
bubbling.
some. If you want to just see right here, we have our pot of marinara sauce right here. That's just warming because we want to use that as a dunker, and nothing is grosser than dunking in to cold marinara. So if you're going to do that, heat it up.
Yeah,
Okay,
ew, yes.
heat it
Oh my God, so gross. Eva Lama's got a good one. Drinking at a bar.
Okay,
Do I want to pay $20 for a beer?
Instantly, Eva Lama, I was going to say restaurants.
Yeah.
Dining out is very, very expensive these days. Like food obviously is at an all-time high, and it's just so expensive.
Yeah, food definitely. Eating out, drinking out of the house. Yeah, but that's all. That's not really now. That's always been.
But now more than ever.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm cutting in. If you want to just take a little look here, this is how you make the rolls. Now, you might be thinking this looks very finicky. It is not. Okay. So what I always do, I've showed you guys this before, is when I'm trying to like make things roughly the same size, I cut in the middle. We're aiming for 6 even size rolls here. So you half in the middle, and then so you know this side has to be 3 strips. Then you're going to cut on this side and do 3 strips. It's an easy way, I think, as opposed to just starting like this way and working your way down, because then you're like, one's big, one's thin. Like it's just, you want to try and make it as even as possible. And then I'll just do one and then we can keep it moving. But then you just want to take one end and just basically gather everything up. Sorry, guys, 1 second. I just want to get this up.
Okay, Deedle is saying they can't see. Yeah, TikTok, unfortunately, you can't see all the different cameras we have in here, but click our link in bio and you'll be transported to our YouTube channel. And then you can see all the angles we have.
So look, this is so easy.
We'll show you in a second, though.
Look, is that not super, super easy?
It looks like a pizza rose.
It looks like a pizza rose, but it also kind of looks like a cinnamon roll, an individual cinnamon roll. So then we're going to put them into this thing here. And let me just get
I'm reading these comments. Oh God, guys.
Okay, then we're just gonna push that down so it's like nice in there. Guys, this thing is a game changer. Okay, I am obsessed with that. It's not mine, it's Key's. Key let me borrow it, but I think it is mine.
I think it's going to your house.
Now. I'm gonna continue. Key,
okay.
You can go with the garlic butter. And if I see if you're not putting in the garlic, I will not be pleased.
I will. I'm just melting our butter first. And reading these hilarious comments in the meantime. The Noomies Maniac is saying, I used to pay $5.40 for a case of 24 beer at the LCBO. Cost you that for a single beer now. Yeah.
$5.40?
Yep.
Did he say how many?
A 2-4, which is apparently trashy to call things a 2-4. But
yeah,
I live in Ontario. Okay,
we call it that. Noomies Maniac said that.
Yeah.
Okay, but what kind of beer? Because my goodness, that's a steal.
Yeah. Wendy, it's not a popover pan. It's a muffin pan. It's an extra deep muffin pan. But it would make good popovers because it is so tall.
Guys, look how easy this is.
Okay, wait. Fritz Frank is saying children. And he's saying, I know Marianne is going to tell our girls I typed this. Fritz Frank, that's hilarious. I saw recently, like someone was talking about what it costs to raise kids now. And I don't know what kind of jobs people have.
I don't know.
To have a new family. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Like the young people now working, because when you have kids, a lot of people are so young having kids. And I'm like, when you're young, you don't get the good jobs yet. So how are these people paying for it?
I think people are just having them and just figuring it out along the way. They say that you're not ever technically ready to have kids.
Can I have that spoon for this?
Yep.
Okay. Thanks, Cindy. I'm like going to hesitate by putting this in here, but that's what Murd wants.
Throw her in.
Oh my God, this smells so gross.
Newbies Maniac saying Labatt's Blue or Molson Canadian. Great choices, both of them. Canadian beer, next level. Marianne she came over onto YouTube and now Fritz Frank's going to get in trouble, but I guess not because she's saying she agrees.
CJ saying you just find a way to make it work. That's what I hear. A lot of parents say that like it's not like you just figure it out, I guess. Wendy's saying no one is ever ready, no matter your age. I've also heard that
many times.
Yeah.
Many times.
Okay, so I've added our
Great
jar
answers, guys.
Yeah. I was going to say vehicles. I think vehicles have gotten out of control.
They have. They really have.
I'm trying to hang on to my 2010 Nissan Frontier like grim death. And she's gone down a couple times.
Remember HT on one of his lives? I was literally dying out loud because people were talking about their trucks. And he's like, keep coming in here with her 2010.
Hey, I love that truck so much. I'm trying so hard to hang on to her. Not because I'm cheap and I don't want to buy a new car. Because no new cars do not have the sentimental value that truck provides me with.
Guys, check those out. Are those not spectacular? TikTok, go over to YouTube, and I will show you over here.
They look great. Honey, I think they look really great.
Does that not look so good? Guys, I did that in 2 seconds. And like
you're
telling me what I would even do if you are going to make, okay, that smells magnificent.
Ugh.
If you are, is that ready? That's heated up.
No, I haven't added the oregano.
Okay, let's get that in because then we're going to put that on the top. But guys, what I would do is I like to have things almost ready or fully ready if I'm having like a Super Bowl party. And like you can just have these at the ready, put that in the fridge, and then just bake them when your guests come.
Yeah, why not?
Everything's like nice and hot.
Okay, let's just let the oregano warm in there for just a second. Let's see here.
Kathy's on. She's saying, I forgot. We have an electrician here. A quarter of our house has stupid electrical problems. No, Kathy, why is it always in? Kathy, does that affect your heat in any way? I don't know if that does, but I hope not because my goodness.
Wow.
Did you throw that in?
Yeah, it's in.
Okay, let's get going on this. So guys, then to take this over the top, I need the spoon.
Sorry.
To take this over the top, those are good as is. We ain't leaving it as is, okay? come in real close here. Check this out. Look. And I'm using a spoon because you really want to put a lot in here. That's gonna be good.
I like that they're just stewing away in garlic butter.
Yeah, and soaking that in.
That is gonna be
Super
real
Bowl's
good.
not the time to be worried about anything, to be worrying about butter or whatever. It's just about having fun, hoping your team wins.
Okay, the Noomies Maniac is sharing that my son and daughter-in-law both work, had one baby and had to move in with us to afford to live. See, I can understand that. Isn't it a shame the older generation had it better than the youngsters today? Yeah, I honestly don't know how the younger people are affording anything. And I think a lot of the time it is coming down to them having to move back in with their parents, which that's not the end of the world. Like,
Barbecue Mama, Barbecue Pops, love ya. Don't want to live with you again. Sorry. Love you guys, but no thank you.
They're also saying, of course, they get to enjoy my cooking, so that's really nice too.
That is sweet.
And if
That
you
is
have a
really
baby,
sweet.
there's the support aspect too.
True. And like in all things considered, it is nice to have like the grandparents with the kids and everything
it's
like that.
It's a win-win.
I ain't got kids, so I ain't living with my parents again. We have Guido Jacobson in the house saying, hello, Manny and Kiki, and Kathy's reassuring us. Thank goodness. She's saying, no, the heat is fine.
Okay, that's good,
Okay,
Kathy.
my goodness, because one time I had my furnace go down in February in my old house. You remember that? And
no?
The
I do.
The inside temperature, I woke up to this, was 10 degrees on the inside. 10 degrees Celsius, guys. It was for reason in there.
Hi, Mike Bierman.
Hey, Mike Bierman.
Mike is saying, I just got home from grocery shopping, spent over $300 and barely got anything. I know.
What is with that?
I think that every single time I go grocery shopping now, I'm like, this isn't even like, I remember, like, again, I just sound like a granny, but I remember when I first bought my house, like, that's over 10 years ago now, like a little over 10 years ago. And I remember thinking like, oh, at that time, your grocery budget could be like $100 a week. Easy.
I used to pride myself on being like, for two people, we cook every meal. That's how you can like save money. I used to pride myself on that. And if sometimes it would be like $120 for the week, I'd be like, ooh, that's a lot.
And I never bought anything special. I shopped the flyer. I would buy like chicken legs and thighs and like the cheaper cuts and stuff like that to try to make the grocery bill go down a little bit. But now
you can't.
You can do all those things.
You literally can't. But guys, this is super inexpensive.
Yeah.
Very, very inexpensive. We have Kim Clark Shepherd joining us. Hi, Kim. She's saying, tell us how you really feel. Is she referring to me saying I don't want to live with Barbecue Mama and Barbecue Pops?
Totally.
Love them, but no, thank you. Kathy's saying I moved back in with my parents during my divorce. No bueno. See, guys, it's just keeping it real. Once you get to a certain age, you just can't live with your parents anymore.
Yeah, but I think the difference is if you have a kid.
Okay, I'm getting these in.
Okay. If you have a kid, though, and Matt, if you had a kid, I think that would change things. Because,
agreed.
Like, I don't know because I don't have a kid, but I feel like if you do, Kim's saying, you would want that support.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. But again, I don't have them. So no, thank you. Okay. Guys, I'm going to put a timer on for 11 minutes on this because these are super quick. We're cooking them at 450. And those should be done around 11 minutes to 12 minutes. The ones I made this morning were 10 minutes. So it just depends like how thick they are. And these ones are actually very thick. So I'm eager to see what they're going to look like. They're going to puff right up.
I think this is the key to keeping this on the side because
please.
This?
I'm going to pour that in when we're ready. And guys, who would like a mocktail?
Oh, I would.
I could definitely go for a mocktail.
Okay, I was just going to say, I think keeping this on the side is key though, because if you put it in, it's going to get too soggy.
Too wet.
Too soggy.
We have Valentin joining us saying happy Thursday. Hey, Valentin.
Hey.
Happy Thursday.
How are you? Okay, who is ready to wet their whistle?
I am.
You just clear out a little bit here. Now, just out of curiosity, thanks, honey.
I'm on it.
Who is still on dry January, if anyone?
Has anyone made it? Because I know a lot of people embarked on that, and they were after like a couple days, they were like, not for me.
Eva Lama saying needs more alcohol. Okay, Eva Lama, you're not gonna like what's about to happen then.
Okay, but if you like kombucha, because you can like kombucha regardless of if you're doing dry January or not.
Yeah, exactly. But I think a lot of people, like, are people doing dry January? Is that still a thing that's like popular this year? And I heard on the radio, Oh, there's like a speck of something in here. I heard on the radio that that around this time, so middle of January, is when people start to fall off the cliff with their New Year's resolutions.
I'm not surprised at that at all because, guys, I don't know if you know this, but next Monday is Blue Monday. So
here we go.
In order to combat that, maybe some people might want to not do dry January. That's probably why they're kicking off.
Maybe, yeah. Okay, CJ saying, when my first son was a baby, we lived in an apartment right next door to my mom, and it was awesome to have a built-in babysitter. See?
I could do that. I could be next door neighbors with Barbecue Mama or Barbecue Pops. I love them. Guys, I really, obviously, you guys know we're super close with both Barbecue Mama and Barbecue Pops, but as a very controlling family, we are each very controlling individually as all of us.
Yeah, but we are because of them. They started it.
Exactly. So sometimes that doesn't make for the best living scenario, but a next door living scenario, I could totally do that.
I still
feel
cute,
like
CJ. I'm going to be 37 this year, and I still have moments where I'm like, I'm an adult and I live on my own and I can do what I want and I can like eat. We always say chips for dinner, even though we never eat just chips for dinner.
But do I eat chips daily? Yes, I do.
Yeah. I don't eat them as a meal though.
Fritz Frank is saying, why do you need a whole dry month? Isn't a day really enough?
Or you could just have a dry lifestyle like I do. Yeah. Not very popular.
Wendy saying, I've never understood why people make New Year's resolutions. I started a new year lying to yourself, or why start a new year lying to yourself? Yeah, I feel like New Year's resolutions have fallen off over the years.
Yeah, you're just setting yourself up for disappointment. Okay, so we're going to start off by adding some ice to our glasses here.
What are we making?
We're making what I'm calling a blood orange kombucha splash.
Ooh.
Okay.
You had me at blood orange.
Yeah, I love blood oranges. And I'll show you guys the mocktail. So this is actually like a mix in itself. This, you can add whatever you want to it, but this kombucha is it says sparkling rosé on it. So it's already like a mocktail in a can. You don't have to add anything to it. You can just open it up. It's like, what are those things called? White Claws or whatever?
Yep.
Is that come in a can?
Yep.
It's the same thing.
Are you joking, buddy? Yes, it does.
I don't drink alcohol, okay?
But I'm impressed that you know that then, because, yeah, you've never had a White Claw.
No, I haven't. But it's
White
the same
Claws
premise.
Came out after you became dry.
Yeah. But it's the same premise. It's like, this is supposed to be the thing that you take to a party, and it's all in one. You don't have to add anything to it.
The ready-to-drink cocktails, if you will.
Yeah, so this is a ready-to-drink mocktail. So for anybody who doesn't know what kombucha is a
maniac. They're asking.
Okay.
I've never tried kombucha. What is it?
So if anybody's heard of kombucha is like the new hipster. It's not new, but it's like now becoming like the new hipster beverage. Kombucha is just a fermented tea. So it does have caffeine. And there is a little bit of sugar in it and a little bit of alcohol. So if you are like absolutely like
alcohol,
there is a little bit of alcohol
in
created.
Kombucha?
Yeah.
Oh, like for the fermenting?
Created in the fermentation process. So if you are absolutely like you cannot have alcohol, they say you can't have kombucha.
Okay, but the percent that
it gets very
ABV
low
is probably like not even registering.
Yes. And Evil Llama saying it's great for gut health. Yes, Evil Llama, absolutely.
Llama,
it has probiotics. So just like any other fermented food like sauerkraut or miso or anything like that, it is good for you. So if you like kombucha, it's got like a funky taste to it.
But like funky, like in a good way.
Ooh, smell it.
Let's smell this before it hits whatever you're adding.
And I'll tell you guys what's in this one.
Ooh, nice.
Does it smell good? Okay, so this one says, let's see. It's got brewed green tea and black tea, hibiscus tea, rose hips, and black currant juice. So when I saw the black currant juice, I was like, this is going to go really good with the blood orange. So I want to see like what's the color going to be like for this.
Oh, I like your the skewers.
Ooh,
gorge.
Look, it's like a nice.
It looks like a sparkling rosé.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, HT. What the heck, man? Okay, he's like, I never realized how fidgety Maddie is. Am I? I would never say I'm like the fidgety type.
No, I wouldn't say you are either.
Like, you know, the people that like can't sit without like kicking out their leg.
Yeah.
Like bobbing their leg up.
Yeah.
I feel like I relate to that, but HT is saying I'm fidgety.
Okay, so look at this beautiful blood orange.
Beauty.
Look at, you can see that on the outside that it's got that like nice blush to it. So we're gonna take a couple slices.
In Canada right now, citrus is like gorge.
Look at that.
You can find all different kinds of citrus, like from because it obviously it's not grown here. It's like it's in season somewhere in the world.
So should I put this? No, you know what?
Buddy, that's actually really, really pretty. That's a dark one. Sometimes
Yeah.
they're not that dark.
Okay, so I wanted to like,
Ooh,
look at the color.
pretty.
So I wanted to squeeze the juice in here, and then I wanted to garnish with it too, because I knew that was going to make it like more pink.
Maddie Two Wheels was saying love blood orange.
Yeah, me too. I can't
And
get
Evil
enough of
Llama,
these.
I'm not even looking at that, and I've never heard that before.
But
As somebody who I don't relate to being a fidgeter, he's saying he's just sharing something about it that I'm not reading out.
okay, so
Yumi's Maniac is saying that's something I've not tried either. Is it sweet? Is the blood orange sweet?
are you talking, is it blood orange sweet or is
Mhm.
kombucha sweet? Blood oranges are sweet, but they are also tart like regular oranges too. I would say they're like sweeter than regular oranges.
Basically, they're just like they have like a more juicier texture and the color. The color
Yes.
is like why I like them.
Okay, so we're gonna give it one of these, and
Buddy, that skewer,
we're gonna give it one of those.
beautiful. I'm sorry, gorgeous mocktail.
Look at this.
Guys, we might get
How's
some
that?
people back on the dry January bandwagon with that one.
Does that not look spectacular?
Can I get 2 straws?
Yeah, sure. If you want to straw, yeah,
Do you
can.
want one?
Okay. And then we can stir it up a little tiny bit because just to incorporate that blood orange. But I am very curious to see what this is going to be like. I love kombucha. It is
Beautiful.
it is an acquired taste if you've never had it before.
That smells so nice.
Look at this. Look at how beautiful this is. Is this
Oh my
there we go. Look
goodness.
at that. Look at that color. Evil Llama.
Buddy.
No, it does not.
What? He decided to go all caps too for some reason.
Look at how pretty that is.
Buddy, cheers to the weekend, man.
Well, not really, because tomorrow's Friday, but kind of.
Ooh,
It's zesty.
not too tart. Actually, I wouldn't even say that's tart at all.
No, but kombucha has that like funkiness to it. Like, what is it? How else would you describe kombucha?
I feel like kombucha, like this tastes like, you know what bitters does to a cocktail?
no.
It has like it has like a little bit of like a bitters adds like a je ne sais quoi to like
Okay.
a cocktail. And I feel like that's what the kombucha is doing.
Yeah, like it's not. This is a really light kombucha.
CJ, I too am zesty and tart.
Some kombuchas are really funky. Like I went on I got like kombucha obsessed a couple years ago, and some of mine were like out of this world
But
funky.
this has caffeine in it.
A little bit, not that much, not like a ton. It's green tea, so it's like
Well,
very
and it's
light.
early enough. Hopefully that
Exactly.
doesn't
Yeah.
that doesn't affect us. Maddie Two Wheels is saying, I love dehydrating, candying blood orange as garnish. Yes.
Yeah,
That does make a good garnish.
You know what? I just got a blood orange garnish on a mocktail I ordered in a restaurant, and I thought that was really nice.
Mhm.
Is that not
Guys,
spectacular?
this is really, really good. I'm
Thank
so
you.
into that.
If you are looking for an interesting mocktail, I would recommend trying this out. I really like that. And this one is made with fresh juice too, so that's where that black currant juice is coming from. Beautiful color, beautiful flavor.
We might actually have these out in time. I'm
All right,
just
now-
gonna take a little look-see here.
Okay, I was gonna say, do we want to give that a second and look at some people's pets? No one's answering me. Okay, cool. Let's get them up. Here we go.
Yeah, we'll
It's
get them
time
on.
for bed
Oh,
bugs.
look at these little guys.
Okay, so Beck said this is Milton doing his best impression of a turkey in the oven.
he does look like a turkey.
Look at him.
What's the time and temp for that thing? He's a
Oh,
big boy.
He's got a little tiny rump roast.
Little cutie patootie. We got Chloe, who looks like she's driving her own little golf cart around.
Oh, then there's the Vin man. That's Barbecue Mama's cat. And okay, look at Binks. Is Binks not the cutest?
I also love that name. I'm gonna guess that's Thackeray Binks.
I was guessing that as well.
Hocus Pocus. Shout out to Evil Llama's over on Insta. Hi, Evil Llama. Shout out to anyone who likes Hocus Pocus.
He's a
Love
cutie.
that one.
The eyes, I love
Yeah,
black
H2
cats.
Binks looks like Scana.
Yes.
And Gary, he's just in time. He's just in time for the drinks. Gary, I don't know if you saw this, but this is a mocktail. And if that's not a gorgeous mocktail, I don't know what is.
It's really nice. It's light, slightly. The kombucha is also effervescent, lightly. If anybody has ever had it, it has some light
yeah, but
bubbliness.
is this one supposed to? Because this one's very sparkly.
Really? I don't think it's that sparkly.
It is, and when you poured it, that was I think that was maybe more because it's called
Maybe.
sparkling rosé.
Could be.
Because the kombuchas that I have had usually are like very light.
They're
in the
not that.
bubbles.
Yeah, they're
this
not that
one
bubbly.
I like a sparkle.
Me too.
Not surprisingly, but I do.
Yeah, I would definitely have that again.
All right, guys, let's this is what we have for what we made today. I'm going to let those ones rest in the oven, but we're also going to take these out. But this is what they look like when they come out of the oven.
Oh, good heavens, honey. They've held together
Beauty.
so nicely.
Yeah, they really do. That's why, here, honey, show TikTok.
And I also
I'm
just
going
want
to
to
get these ones out because they're a
Okay.
little bit bigger.
I also just want to point out, does anybody see any toothpicks here? Can we all just F off with the toothpicks in this year? It's 2025. Put the toothpicks away, people. If I have to see one more person tying something up with a toothpick, I'm going to lose it.
Especially for this. That's why, like, these,
Oh, I just lost my blood orange. That's how much I hate toothpicks, people.
Yeah,
You
but
don't
for
need
garnish,
them.
buddy, these are beautiful. For the tray that we cook these in, that's what helps cook them all together, and
they
they
don't
stay
fall
together.
apart.
I
Jason,
can't imagine toothpicking dough.
No. Those look absolutely spectacular. I think the marinara dunker is mandatory as well.
Oh, heck yes, guys.
Hi,
Check
Love
it
Goes
out.
Baking. How are you?
Check these out. Now, could you do this? Oh my, look at the butter just a dripping. It is just a dripping. Could you do that? Like a sweet version. Key and I, before the show, we were like just coming up with a million different sweet versions.
We were going off on the different combinations.
You had a good one. So I said you could make this sweet because
Gary.
pizza dough is very bland in itself. You can add a lot of different stuff to it. I said you could do a dulce de leche layer and chocolate chips. Okay. And then Key took that and ran with it. And I think she came up with a better one.
So I said, what about cream cheese and like a jam?
That's more my kind
then
of
maple syrup on top instead of the garlic butter.
Heck yes.
I think that would be really, really good.
All right. Now,
Marianne saying looks yummy. Thanks, Marianne.
Guys, these are, this is the only bad thing about the show is that we can't share with you guys.
Also, Marianne, why have we not seen Howie Wowie in 2025?
We're due for a Howie Wowie.
Like,
we're
what's
really
happening?
due for a Howie Wowie.
I miss Howie Wowie.
Okay, so guys, you can see the marinara sauce that we have here is scalding. Do not make the mistake of not heating that up. It's not the same if you serve it with a cold marinara. Do it with a warm. It's if you're like, oh, how's that a big deal? It is. It definitely is a big deal. Now, before we go, since we have time, let's go over our question for After Dark today.
But you got to try one of those.
Because we never have time. Yes.
Try one of the cooled ones. I know that the hot ones are too hot. Okay, it says, Dear Maddie and Kiki, been watching the show for years now and love you too. That's very sweet. I love your closeness and am envious of your relationship. I don't have a best friend. Oh, and as a 51-year-old woman, I'm afraid I never will. Oh, do you have any tips on making friendships in adulthood?
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a really nice question.
That is a good one. And guys, Key and I will say, Key is my best friend, and I'm your best friend. And
please don't make me bawl.
No, I'm not gonna make you bawl. I'm just saying I feel like we're like, as we get older, we get even closer, which I don't even get how that is.
I know.
Like, I don't get how, like, when I look back, I'm like, and I thought we were close then.
Me too, buddy.
I'm very grateful for you, buddy. Let's not bawl.
No, please don't stop looking at me.
Okay, sorry. I know I'm like, I could just go on and on, man. I could go on and on. Okay, guys, this one is the one this is from this morning because and I'll show keys too.
I still can't believe that you made me my own batch, honey. So Matt said that my batch is like a garden fresh roll. I've got a lot of fresh veg in mine. It's basically just like the same version, but without the bacon.
They look exactly the same. Actually, you can try yours too.
Okay.
You try yours. Okay.
Well, and with obviously without the cheese, but you could use vegan cheese if you like. That would be.
CJ's like, I'm not crying. You're crying. No one's crying. Okay.
No, I was gonna say cheers.
Okay. Cheers, guys.
Can I dip mine in the marinara?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't dip yours though, because or else I can't eat this anymore.
Thanks. I can't even dip in there after. That's rude. Well, give me the flavors, buddy. I'm going in.
Oh my good heaven.
Now I find it interesting you went in that way. I'm going in sideways.
Why? It's like a homemade pizza pocket.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my good heavens.
It has that kind of vibe.
You got your zucchini. You got your green pepper.
People are like, that's not what's in this one. Guys, cheddar bacon.
Oh,
what is not to love here?
Such a good one. I still cannot believe you made me my own. Like my own whole platter.
Why are you surprised at that?
This is adorable. It's just extra work and like you didn't have to do that.
Guys,
now do I have sauce all over my face?
Let's look on the inside bite here. Look, that's cheddar bacon through and through, baby.
Oh,
and look at
man.
how good that is staying together. That's a very good point. That
Mhm.
stays really good together.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Okay, we
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
we will be enjoying those after the show.
I'll
we
be
gotta
enjoying
get-
mine now.
We gotta get to after dark because that is a question that is going to be difficult to tackle.
Yep.
So, guys, anyone that doesn't know, we do have an after show private stream called Maddie and Kiki After Dark. We have a growing number of After Darkers. We have 25 members. So if you want to join and be part of the after party, if this isn't enough for you and you guys want a little bit more, we love it. That's like one of our favorite parts of Thursdays.
Nothing really dirty goes on in there.
Yeah, we make it
We allude
seem
to
like
that.
we're like, it's a private after party and it's us just sitting, having fun with everybody. It is really, really fun. But if you guys want to become members, we'd love to have you. And then we go over questions that people send in anonymously, like the one that we just shared.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We always appreciate you guys taking the time to stop by and spend this hour with us. We hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week and weekend, and we will see you next week, same time, same place.
Bye, barbecue family. We love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Have a good weekend, guys.